And wait, what? Why is it? Oh, cause okay. I started the match, but I think, yeah, should go to Addicty. How would you change your name to Quebec? I think /set name. Micro freezes anyone? Oh, that's not good. Alright, /skip. Addicty by Toruss. There we go. Okay, so if there are freezes for people, I guess this is going to be test edition number 2. But anyway, we are going live with the first, I guess, official edition. It's not my map, so sure, first official edition of Nixotica's endurance race. Toruss made this map called Addicty. Yeah. Let me make another little announcement in the Discord. NER notified you. The endurance race is live. You have 15 minutes of warm-up. After 10 minutes, we will lock the server, so make sure to join now. There we go. Alright. I know, right? Anyway, go to spectator. Let's take a look. Dizrod checking out this map. Who else is there? Firestorm and Ibo leading the pack, I think, in this little discovery. Ibo getting debated by the scenic jump right there. Why can't... Okay, I can hover... It's a little scuffed. Little scuffed, but overall it should be okay, hopefully. So now, going into a little bit of a dirt section. Derek there, almost flying off. But we should see there's a lot of really good players in this server, so I'm expecting to see a good race. Hopefully disconnects are going to be kept to a minimum. And also I noticed Fegley is on a phone hotspot. I know the feeling, brother. I used to play Trackmania on a phone hotspot until I moved out of my house, so yeah. Very relatable. Very difficult to do in this game because it's very laggy. So hopefully he won't lose his connection. Let's check out Nazo. He's a dirt player and mapper. Going through this dirt section. Probably gonna make it through here nicely. Really trying to optimize this line. Maybe that's a better strategy, just to go section by section and see if you can, you know, crank out a little bit of better practice instead of going through the entire map. Can you restart during warm-up? I believe so. I'm pretty sure warm-up you're allowed to, like, when I tested it, I was able to restart in the warm-up. I'm hoping I'm not debating you. A little bit of an RPG section. Not too hard of an RPG section here, just a typical one you would expect to see, I think. And then the full speed, which this part was pretty hard for me. It's pretty standard turns, but it can definitely be difficult to try to do this quickly. See, as he goes through, goes a little low, oh, but he makes it. And the penalty dirt will slow him down. Let's take a look at an American driver, Quasar. going over this freewheel section. So we realized last time that there wasn't enough time for players to rest their hands because there was no long straight. So that's what we added. That's a mandatory part of submitting maps now, is you have to put at least a freewheel section or a slow-mo section or something to where you're just able to take your hands off the controller for a second and stretch. We got Rozzy here, didn't even notice. He could be doing something good, for sure. Mime, back in this dirt section. Let's see, can we find someone who's, Pizzle is not there. Everyone's in around the same section, so let's go back to Snow. Where's Snow? Snow is just chilling here. I don't know what happened to him. Ski Freak. Going through this full speed section. Ibo is flipped upside down. Derek, I mean, we just keep seeing this dirt section over and over. I think I'm just like getting unlucky where I'm spectating people, or everyone is in the same section. Okay, here we go. So Snow is going to take us through the ice section, fittingly. Yo, what's up, Bradia? So this ice turn is not too hard. I don't think anyone will have too many troubles with it. It's just a single flat ice section, and in my experience, I'm not good at ice, but I never slid out there. So I think people should be able to do it. And if not, you can just take it safe and make it through easily. Is exclamation point NER broken? The fuck? Oh, there it is. Wait, what? Why is NER not working? Hold on. Let me quickly check. Nightbot. What is Nightbot doing? Why is NER not working? That's an important one. Exclamation point NER. Yeah, hello? Maybe someone did it too recently and it's just not. Yeah, someone did it recently, so that's why it's not coming up. That's stupid. The cooldown is only 1 minute though, so it should come up in a moment. Anyway. Back to this. Let's see, who else is online with us today? We got Snox. Just finished another lap. And, not quite remembering where to go yet. Still have plenty of time to learn. Got 8 minutes, 40 seconds. Where did my face go? It would be blocking the view of these lovely drivers, so had to take it off. But anyway, Pizzle here. I know that he probably is gonna like some parts of this map, except it doesn't have much ice. It doesn't have much lull. The RPG section might be enough to suffice, but I don't know. This map is actually overall a pretty competitive driving style in my opinion. That's why I liked it so much. I mean, it's like competitive but easy. The only little thing I had some troubles with was the full speed. That was a little difficult for me, but I just am a bad full speed player. But yeah, it's a great mix of styles. I really like this map, and Toruss did a good job. And just a reminder, if you guys ever want to submit a map, it is free for anyone. All you have to do is go to my Discord and look at the mapping submission template and see what there is that you need. Also, Elcon is joining us. That's good to see. Elcon being a fantastic driver who's really shown his colors in Trackmania 2020 especially. Definitely is going to be a good contender here, I believe, for the top. Even if he has 7 minutes of warm-up, that'll be enough to give him 1 good lap, maybe 2 laps of warm-up here, if he isn't too busy typing in chat. Hello, Elcon. Anyway, we are going to be locking the server here soon. so I'm gonna need to, well, do I really want to show the password? I don't think anyone's gonna be coming in, but here's the problem, is if you get kicked out of the server, you're not gonna need to know the password anyway, because unfortunately this is just a 1-round race, so it wouldn't even let you play it anyway if you got kicked. So I think I will hide the password. So let me just make an announcement. Applying password in 1 minute. You will not be able to rejoin after contact. Well, yeah. I'm going through this full speed section. Does he have it? Goes for a little bit of a wiggle. Goes really low here. Oh, look at the exit speed. Very fast coming out of there. And that's exactly what you want, because you're going up with a freewheel block right into this ice section. I think Mime is going to probably show his skill like he did last time. He was, I think, within the top 3 fight for most of the race and was actually leading for a good portion of it, I believe, along with Marius. But we also had the mapper of this map, Toruss, was doing very well last time as well, and I believe he won it despite some you know, circumstances with server issues. But other than that, it was a very strong performance by him. Anyway, I'm going to hide this. Give me 1 second. We're gonna set password. Okay. Oh, can we clear chat? It's literally showing me like, this is what you set the password to, sir. There we go. Yeah, less crashes would be great. That would be great. Hopefully we won't have any crashes. Anyway, password is set. People can't join. So I'm sorry if anyone else wants to come in these 4 minutes. I guess maybe contact me and I can DM you the password, but other than that, here we go. Wait. Why is my face here? Disgusting. There we go. Anyway, let's stop spectating Mime for a second. Let's take a look at people who are more toward the back. We had Globox join us. He is currently relaxing at the start. Got Elcon, who, let's see, has he learned the map? Seems to be doing okay. Gets a little bit more off-road than he'd want. And also, Snow leaving the server. Don't know if that's an accident. Let's see. I will keep checking my DMs, just in case. Anyway. Alright. We have 2.5 minutes left of warm-up. Let's see, Skyback's rider. On his head, Yodakoto. This guy I recognize specifically from all of the spams, endurance, and weekly races that he played in. He was pretty good at those. Probably is going to show some great ability here. That's my assumption anyway. As far as live ranking goes, I don't know if this is going to work. Like, that'll be a little annoying if it doesn't. But, you know, the Evo server is a little bit work in progress, but it's basically the best that it's going to get for something like this, because we were able to actually decide and trim down on some plugins and only keep the bare minimum. So hopefully things will work out a little bit better this time compared to last time. Let's see, Snowman. Usually a dirt player. Very well known for his dirt skills as an American player. But he's trying this race once again like he did last week. Or not last week. It was like 3 weeks ago. But in the last edition, he also played, so very good to see. Happy to see him here. Got Zerial. Maybe I shouldn't say it like it sounds like cereal. Zyriel? Zyriel. We'll say it like that. Some X's. Very nice name. I like the way that this looks. Looks really good in the new game's font. Disrod going through here. Full speed section. We got 1 minute of warm-up left. 5 after warm-up ends. And then we will also say that it's live when yo, what's up, Bolt Up? And we also, really quickly, let's change to some other music that we know. There we go. Perfect. The music we want for casting, exactly. Alright, here we go into Nixotica's endurance race. A little bit of a start lag for some people, kind of unavoidable. Just, oh my goodness. Okay, server, please keep up with me. Let's take a look at the front. Yota Kotokolo already in the lead, along with Mime and Marius. So predictions for these top players was correct, I believe. Disrod already hitting the wall there. So let's look how this fight unfolds. Naso going for a lower line. I don't know if he's going to keep as much speed there. Seems like a lot of players are keeping at it here, spreading out a little bit, but the lead is still quite close. Marius having the first section quite good. He's already doing very well. And yeah, I mean, Marius, longtime player of the game, he knows how to train quickly on maps. He can understand them quickly. It makes sense that he would be in the lead in the start. Let's look back. Elcon joined a little bit late, going to be a little bit less trained than the rest of these players, but he is in 13th place right now. Not terrible. And he's only 3 seconds behind, so that's clearly a gap that can be made up after a little bit more learning. So we'll see if, after a little bit more training, will he be able to catch up to these top players. Let's go back down to a good friend of mine, Snowman. Goes on the dirt, his favorite style. Maybe a little bit faster than he would prefer, but he's survived it. Let's see, can he do ice? Does Snowman know how to drive ice? He should, because his name has snow in it. Yo, what's up, don't care. And Bizzle. So, going through in this little technical section, drops down just a little bit. Dog catching up. Dog must have made a mistake somewhere. And now the lead is held by Razi by almost a second. Marius down there. Elcon already catching up. He was something like 13th. Elcon, I believe, caught up. He was down 3 seconds, and now Elcon is only 1 second down. So he caught up 2 seconds in just half of the map somehow. That is actually incredible. His pace is just wild if that wasn't like a cut or everyone didn't just make a mistake. Anyway, let's take a look. Milmy, another player well known in the community, goes for a drift here. Let's see, does he take a high line? He does, and he'll keep a lot of speeds because of it. Got some stutters, but hey, servers in Trackmania, am I right? Anyway, let's go down to the back of the pack. Who is still driving and who is near the end? We have Ibo who may have had some connection issues. We didn't see him training that much at the start. He was on his back for a lot of it, so maybe, you know, just taking it a little bit more casually. But it's always good to see someone so well known and respected in the community playing on this competition. Really glad that he is here. Quebec, a player that recently hit me up because they have a similar history as I do, coming from Minecraft parkour into Trackmania. So interesting to see how he's going to do in this race. Probably, I think he's quite new to the game, so this is his first competition, as he said in the chat earlier. So he is definitely getting some hands-on experience. Not an easy competition to start with, but I hope regardless he has a good time and the servers treat him well. Let's hope that he can make it through all 21 of these laps. Anyway, let's go to the front. Rozzy following Mime. Mime in the last race, if you don't remember, was leading quite a bit in the beginning, but something happened and Milmy getting a disconnect. I don't know if that was a disconnect or a rage quit. I would assume disconnect, but I would actually prefer and hope for that he just decided himself that he didn't want to play, because we want to minimize disconnects as much as possible, as I've said numerous times. But anyway, back into the race. Some X's in 8th here, 9 seconds behind, but not doing too terribly. Not a name that I recognize really, but you know, he's keeping up with Dizrod here, and Dizrod is a good player, and yeah, I think he's doing just fine. Goes for a little bit of a lower line here. He's gonna have a little less speed than Dizrod, but doesn't matter too much. Any line there will do. As long as you stay on the road and you play consistently, that's mostly what the endurance race is about. Ski Freak with his honeycomb skin. Also another fellow American player coming through here, coming out the dirt section into an uphill dirt turn. A lot of custom blocks here used by Toruss. I respect it. It really reflects a lot of the old dirt style in Trackmania, these dirt sections, so really nice to see. Pizzle, a nice, great streamer from America. Started the game in TM 2020 specifically, just as his first game, came from Rocket League, I believe, and he's actually learned the game pretty quickly. So, ooh, a little bit too much airtime. This is a hard full speed section, like I've said before. I should have requested to have it nerfed a little bit maybe, but whatever. Oh, Rozzy is mad because of the roof hit. I don't know if it's RNG. I was able to get it very consistently, but maybe he doesn't like it because in this game you will get an excel penalty when you hit it. But regardless, glad to see him have showed up anyway, and thankfully he confirmed that it was his choice to leave and not a disconnect, so that keeps my mind at ease. Dog coming in here in 5th place, 9 seconds behind. Are there any big battles going on? We got Fegley in 10th on the mobile hotspot. Oh, he gets a very bad entry into this section, but look at that car skin, a custom car skin for Fegley. Very nice. Yoto Kotokolo and Quasar are going to pass him. Firestorm. Don't care hyping up all the players in the chat. Great to see. Firestorm here going through, gonna be heading into the dirt section. Firestorm is a fantastic dirt player. Kind of more of a mapper than a competitive player now, from what I can tell, but you know, he's definitely got it in him to make up time. I mean, he's going very wide, keeping the gear from what I can tell in this dirt section, so very good to see. Quebec, he's going to be passing here. Let's see down toward the end, how are the rankings going? Quebec is currently in last, but that's okay. It's an achievement just to finish this competition. Driving for 40 minutes is not an easy task, especially if you started the game not that long ago. So, kudos to him. Oh, and Bizzle, thank you for the sub. I appreciate it, man. I really appreciate it. Thanks for the support. Maybe next time you'll be able to play. But if you want to view, that's also fine too. I don't mind people just coming in here and being entertained by these people torturing themselves playing this long map. Anyway, next we have Derek, another subscriber of mine, coming through here and coming out of the, what is it? Entering the 4th lap. He's about 1:50 behind, but that's fine. He's actually kind of got a close battle between Ibo here. Only 6 seconds behind him, so honestly, nothing to really worry about. That's definitely something to strive for, is moving up and passing Ibo. That's the good thing about the endurance races. As you go, you can decide, you know, what is your pace and who are you going to pick your battles with. We see Zariel and Pizzle here battling each other. And not to mention, let's go up here. Look at this. Pizzle versus Quasar, I believe. No, wait, where is it? Pizzle versus Zariel? No. Fegley. Where is Fegley? Fegley and Quasar. Look at that. 5 laps in, they are neck and neck. I noticed at one of the checkpoints, they were only 0.003 or something apart from each other. Super close race between both these American players. Definitely want to show what they are capable of and not want to let each other pass one another. Dog getting a disconnect or leaving the server. Hopefully just leaving the server. But let's check the front again. Mime against Marius. Both these players have a really good pace here, as well as Elcon. Let's actually look at this. Elcon right here behind them. Oh, but he gets a little bit of a bad landing there. Luckily, he's going to be able to pick up some speed as the Excel penalty wears off, and you go over those 2 extreme lottery boosters. Don't know if they're luck in this game. In the last game, they were luck, whether or not you would get an extreme boost. But I think in this game, they may have removed the luck aspect, hopefully. Anyway, they're about to lap Derek here. Derek going for a little bit of a safer line, or going for like the respawn line. Let's see that. Yeah, he's sliding out here. Oh, there he goes. He comes back and saves it. So now it's a nice straight and easy right into the checkpoint, so long as you can avoid. Yes, there we go. Great for him. Also, one player I don't think I mentioned yet is Rioter, a fellow mapper in Novating community, representing SOTP. Don't know if it's a real team or not, but I guess it is SOTP. Rioter today is the choice of name. Step on the pedal. Was he on Team Step on the Pedal, or is he just SOTP? Because that's where my mind went to, Pinda. But anyway, good to see him in 17th. Not too many battles. He is following and trailing Globox, who is about 9 seconds behind Snox. Let's see how he does this. Can he get this smoothly? He does. Very nice transition there. 24-hour race. Interesting. Alright. Takes this nicely. And gets a good exit. Saves it. Perfect. And only 4 seconds down from Snox, so that's a battle that we can be aware of. Anyway, let's take a look. Ibo, how is he doing? Has he learned the map a little bit more? Goes a little high, takes it nice and safe. There we go. Doesn't go for that hitting his noggin. The UI is slick. Yeah, I think it looks sick on the server. Also, oh, it takes a safe route, Ibo. Very nice. He knew that he just had to safe that and he would be fine. Very nice little alternative route there. Hitting the noggin is dangerous for the driver. We got some X's up here in 6th place, doing better than I thought. I didn't recognize his name, but he's driving very nice. Ivo going for the safe line. Let's see, can some X's keep his grip on the ice here? He does. Not the fastest possible ice line, but it'll work. It'll get the job done for sure. Anything where you don't slide out is a perfectly fine ice line to me, as someone who is not good at ice. Anyway, let's go down. Let's look. There's a huge bundle of Americans right here from 8th to 12th, maybe even to 13th. No. We got a small bundle here at the end, and we also have a bundle from 8th to 12th. So let's look at them. Pizzle, riding behind Zyriel, who is, I think I want to say Switzerland. I might be wrong. I don't know my flags that well. But trailing him, he has broken up the little caravan of American drivers. Let's see if Pizzle can catch up. Sitting in 13th, only about a half a second behind. He surely can make this up. I know Pizzle is a good driver, and the more he learns the map, I'm sure his pace is going to increase here. Let's look a little bit further up. We got Quasar leading the American pack. Snowman trailing behind by 3 seconds. That is definitely a deficit that can be made up. Very, not easily, but I mean, we're only 1/3 of the way through this competition once they finish this map, so surely he knows that he has plenty of time to where, hey, he can drive consistently and Quasar makes a mistake, and there you go, you switch positions. So you have to kind of strategize if you're playing this competitively. You have to really think, like, where can people make mistakes and how am I going to capitalize on that? And the best way to do that is usually just don't make mistakes yourself. Even if you slow down your pace a little bit, it could pay off in the long run. Going down, let's look at Fegley. His hotspot is still holding up. Very good to see. Fegley, a player who I believe started out with the NASCAR style in Trackmania, and then in TM 2020, I believe he started, expanding more, and he's definitely gotten way better at the game since TM 2020. He really put himself on the map with this game. He's a really good driver, and it's good to see him driving in this competition. Let's take a look at the front again. Elcon versus Mime is actually just inside of each other. They're almost driving the same time. This is actually unbelievable. 0.015 between them on lap 8. They've been driving for 15 minutes, and their pace is just completely matched here. So let's see who in the end is going to end up taking this. Is it going to be Mime or Elcon? Both fantastic drivers. One doing a lower line, one doing a higher line. Elcon actually benefiting from the lower line, so maybe the high line is actually slower, and going lower is actually going to make you take less distance while maintaining the speed. Can drivers see the laps? Yes, they can see the laps this time around. That's one fix that we were actually able to do, guaranteed. We also tried to minimize lag by getting rid of the live rankings, which, unfortunately, that's, it doesn't look as good, sadly, but it's still manageable and players can still see their ranking in the bottom right. So, this is the lag-reduced version of the server that we had last time, hopefully. Anyway, they're passing Glowbox here. Let's look at Marius. How's he doing? Last race, he was leading by a lot. And unfortunately, his computer crashed and he was having very bad lag issues. Hopefully that isn't happening again. We didn't know if that was the server or his computer, so if it happens again, we'll know which it was. But got some jams on here from TMNF. What a great song. Really gets you in the mood to play some Trackmania for sure. Let's go back and look at Ski Freak. Ski Freak, I believe, relatively new player to the game, who's also just stepped up and really shown his skill in the game. Oh, it seems like Quebec here has DNF'd. Probably gonna have to look into. I looked through the settings to try to disable people accidentally giving up, but I wasn't able to actually find that. So maybe there's a way to do it. That's something to look into for next time for sure. But anyway, let's look again. Yodokotakolo trailing right behind Sumex. He's doing pretty good. Not bad at all, actually. Hand slipped on the F12 key. Interesting. I don't know how you would reach all the way to the F12 key, but people have different layouts for their keyboards, so gotta respect that, I guess. Let's go back down a little bit. Go to the second page, look at Zyriel again. Zyriel has been passed by Fegley again, so we have the caravan of United States players, all 5 of them in a row again. Let's see if they can hold that through the rest of the map. Let's look at Nazo. Nazo down about 30 seconds from Zyriel, so this is really a different race happening here. Maybe Chili's. Maybe playing with, you know, the keyboard, you know, instead of using up, down, left, right, maybe using the entire keyboard for up, down, left, right. But anyway, Snox is next in line. Snox getting lapped by Mime. So we see it's about 2 minutes and 10 seconds per lap. This kind of answers the question because we have Mime right in front of him, and that's yeah, about 2 minute 10 second deficit. So there we go. So overall, this should I think it'll take just about 45 minutes, hopefully a little bit less for the top finishers. It should take guaranteed under an hour for the final finisher. As you see in the right hand corner here, this is, if you don't finish before this time, it will end and your position will be based on the number of checkpoints that you got instead. So guaranteed it's going to be 1 hour at the absolute maximum. Also, AGM, we have not looked at this player. Who is this guy? SHK. Shikamaru for Team AGM. Interesting. He has 1 trophy 7. Very cool. From France, clearly. Anyway, cool to see people that we don't recognize playing the race. I really enjoy seeing just a bunch of people come on, regardless of whether they actually know me personally or watch me stream, and just, yeah, enjoy the competition regardless. You have 60% keyboards, you have weird controls. Interesting. 60% keyboard. Never heard of it. Like, 60% of it exists, or 60% of it is actually functional, or... Anyway, looking at Snox here, I think there's a little bit of a close battle. Ryder is not too far behind, only 7 seconds, and on lap 9, 7 seconds is basically nothing. In a competitive sense, that would be like being, you know, 0.3 behind. You can definitely catch it up. You just gotta pick up the pace a little bit more, maybe risk a little more, or safe, depending on the strategy. And also Ryder getting a little bit of a flip there. Oh my goodness. Some people are just not understanding how this, the best way to go about hitting your roof there. I think that's something that hasn't been really utilized in this game much, is hitting your roof, because you get an excel penalty. So I think a lot of people aren't practiced on it in this game, maybe because the actual interaction you have is a little bit different. 60% of keys, interesting. Also, thank you Siptix and Mats for the follow. I have notifications turned off right now just because of the race, but I'm seeing it regardless, so thank you, thank you. Oh, Ryder getting a flip here. He's gonna have to respawn. Okay, that definitely puts a hamper on things. He's gonna fall well behind Glowbox now. Let's see, who is trailing him? We got Skyback's Ryder. Skyback's Ryder is over a minute behind Glowbox, so he has nothing to worry about. Nothing at all. AGM here, a little bit more of a deficit. Ivo, big. Yeah, there's some pretty big gaps here. And Quebec, unfortunately. I really feel bad that you weren't able to finish. I'll definitely look into for next time to disable to where people can't accidentally leave the server. That'll be a goal, is to make it to where people can't, not leave the server, but can't give up. Ryder getting a disconnect here, maybe getting a little frustrated on that section that he kept failing. It seems to be giving people a lot of trouble, but who knows? Also, Mime, wow, falling 4.5 seconds down from Elcon. Something must have happened that we missed up in the front. We'll start, that's a DC? Ah, rip, dude. How big were the lags? Were you getting a lot of lag while you were playing, or what happened? Let's take a look at number 3 and 4 here. Dizrod, well behind Marius and the other gang. Kind of a big group here. Yeah, Ryder, did you have any, how laggy was it while you were playing? Were there a lot of, like, major issues, or was it just an unexpected, like, server just kicked you? Take a look at Snowman. I know, it's a big gap. Here's the thing is, usually the gaps will become slightly large in historical events like the Spams weekly race, which had a lot more players. Like, the gaps were a little big, but not really. When you have fewer players, the gaps are bound to get bigger and bigger as time goes on. But regardless, I mean, ooh, look at this. The Fegley versus Zerial battle. Wow. Not bad. They're actually pretty close to each other, and Fegley has a chance to catch both Ski Freak and Snowman, I would say, just based on their times. Yoda Kotokolo might be out of reach at this point, because he is quite far ahead. It's good to see Derek is still driving. We got, Mr. What's-His-Face, Shikamaru, driving. Doing quite well. Small stutter at each finish. Yeah, we were trying to avoid that by giving up like the live rankings and local records. As you can see, like, local records aren't being saved or anything, or that was the goal. So I don't know, there has to be some other issue. When Javi Flyer played, yeah, well, when Javi Flyer played and when Riolu played, it was like the gaps were just humongous. People could not keep up with them. And Bren, I suppose, was also another player who would just be absolutely dominant. Short mini DC the whole day from your Wi-Fi? Yeah, okay. I mean, that's possible. That's one thing about this competition is, like, your Wi-Fi has to be on point because Laps is very unforgiving. Also, some X leaving the server, unfortunately. He was doing quite well. He was up in like 6th place from the last I saw. Let's look at this. Firestorm, Dizrod, Marius. This is 7-second difference between all these players, and that's actually not that bad. That's a very small difference among all these players when you think about it. We're only halfway through, a little more than halfway actually, but you know, it's not on a 4 seconds actually. A 4-second difference is absolutely nothing in this time period, so these players just got to you know, they've been driving for 26 minutes, but if they just focus up and try to finish, things could go very well for them, and they could catch up some positions. Let's take a look at, can I please hover over Ski Freak, thank you. Going into this side hit section, gets it well, doesn't land in the crevice. There we go, great transition. Ski Freak going into probably one of his favorite styles, fast driving in general. Don't care if you're still here. Is this a approved full speed section, or is this just a bit of a weird champ full speed section? I'd like to know from what you've seen, because I know Toruss is not a full speed player, so he probably threw that in there and was just like, yep, good enough. Anyway, look at this. Mime, 9 seconds down. Elcon, though he joined 8 minutes late, he joined 7 or 8 minutes late, and look at him. Oh, never mind, don't look at him. Oh my god. I think he's still in first, but like, Jesus, Caster's Curse. This map is hard for a person who started a week ago. Yeah, the maps are supposed to be difficult enough to where competitive players are able to have fun on them, but easy enough to where, like, a new player can at least finish a lap, or finish some laps, right? When someone is driving a PB or a new time, it'll give a lag spike on the server. At least that's something I noticed on another server with multi-lap. Yeah, that's... The problem is what we thought might be a reason was the server was logging it, so we tried to turn off the server from logging PBs, but I guess it just happens regardless or something. So that's kind of unfortunate. Hopefully there's going to be like a fix to that we can find, but yeah. It's sad if that's the case. Anyway, Mime now caught up 5 seconds because of that mistake from Elcon. He goes all the way up. 4 seconds almost exactly, so 8 laps left for these players. Like I said, 4 seconds, that's plenty of time, but they are both really fast and quite consistent players, so is 4 seconds really going to be enough for Mime? He has to probably risk quite a bit and not make mistakes if he wants to guarantee that he's going to catch up to Elcon, because Elcon is a fast player. Let's take a look down again. Firestorm, Marius, Dizrod, our big 3 right here. All these players just passing each other back and forth, it seemed, throughout the entire beginning of the race, but now it's a little stable, but we see them all, you know, kind of in the relative same area. Yotakotokolo, completely out of it. I mean, there's no way you can make up an almost 1 minute deficit, so I think he can say hello to the 6th place, guaranteed for him. But not exactly. Snowman, also in 7th place, doing pretty well this race. Better than last time, I believe. And maybe he's liking this a bit better. There is quite a bit of dirt on this map. And also some snow, so he should do fine on that. Elcon has a crazy pace relative to Mime. Yeah, I would say his pace, if we were looking at local records, which last race, even though it caused some more lag, it was nice looking at locals because you were able to see like who had the better pace, and you could kind of think who's going to pass who, assuming no mistakes are made. And there were some cases where people just outpaced someone and were able to take over their position throughout playing the rest of the map. Ah, Rip Rider. Well, hopefully you had fun while you played before all the issues started setting in. Quasar here. We still have Zariel breaking up the group. Zariel falling down right behind Fegley, so this is another one to notice. Both of them passing Glowbox, who is currently sitting in near ending positions. How's Derek doing? Derek is still driving very good. 7 minutes behind, but that pace, I believe, yeah, that pace should be just enough to make it if he keeps this up. Got about half the time left, but also finishing lap 11, so more than halfway through the race. So Derek should be able to finish with just enough time left if he keeps up the pace. So no pressure, still a chance to finish here. Ibo making a mistake on the full speed. Definitely a little bit difficult to get that exit correct. Getting past Yota Kotakolo, but he is already a lap ahead, so that's not going to change our standings. We got Shikamaru coming up into the freewheel section. Got, well, 1 minute and 20 seconds down from Skybax, but then quite far ahead of Ibo, so probably sitting comfortably in that 17th position. We got Snox, 14th. Glowbox has 40 seconds down from Snox. Not really, not much opportunity to catch up, unfortunately. But, you know, we'll see. These positions are not quite set in stone yet. Glowbox hitting the wall there, unfortunately. But, yeah. Pizzle we haven't checked out in a while. Pizzle kind of just driving a nice, consistent pace here, it seems like. Haven't been spectating him that much, but he's doing quite well. He is coming through here. Does the ice very well, as you would expect from a new player in the scene who has a fresh, open mind about ice. So took the time to learn it, and definitely pays off for him in the long run. Coming through here, doing some nice, safe lines through the tech section. Is the respawn before the freewheel bad? It probably is bad. Like, it exists. It's not that great, but it's there in case you need speed. Fegley, 1 second ahead of Zariel. This is a battle that has just been back and forth. Fegley and Zariel, like two peas in a pod. They're just keeping their pace nice and even throughout this entire race. Very good to see. Check the front again. Oh, this is looking close. Mime catching up a little bit. Before we saw he was 3.99, basically 4 seconds down, and now he's 3.5, 3.6. Not a pace that's going to be quick enough to pass Elcon, but he's losing some time on this dirt section. Maybe Elcon is a little bit better at dirt, losing just a little bit of time at every turn, but we'll see. And yeah, Mime known for his RPG skills. We're getting a little bit of lag here. As you can see, they're accelerating and slowing down and speeding up some, so a little bit laggy. Look, catches up, 3.4, so all that time that he lost in the dirt section got made up for in the small little RPG section. So really the whole endurance race style is if you're not good at a section, you can just safe it, but then if you're really good at a certain style, like if you're really good at dirt or tech, in that section you can really push and say like, I'm gonna get some more time out of this. Or if someone's good at ice, there's not much ice in this map, but I mean, one turn, if you can do it consistently, there's going to be people who mess up the ice turn, and there you go, you get free time on everyone else. You lost half a second on the wall ride, I see. Okay. Ski Freak, what? What is happening? What happened to Ski Freak? What am I looking at? Wait, what? Did Ski Freak disconnect? Oh no. There might be some issues with Ski Freak. Oh my goodness. I am sorry to see that, but like, what the heck is this? Hello? I mean, look, you gave a good, yeah, I see DNF now, but like, you're giving us a good overview of the race. Whatever this camera is, I think this is supposed to just be like the general you can see everyone camera. So we see players are really spread out. Nobody's in this section right now. But yeah, pretty spread out, some very close races. Elcon right there with Ibo, probably lapping him. Mime, not that far behind. But then Dizrod, Marius, Firestorm, once again, like I said, it's just they're sticking with each other, and though they're spreading out a little bit, 8-second difference versus the, I think, 4 or 5 second difference we saw earlier in the race. This is still fine for them. That being said, 4 laps left. Not great to, not a great amount of time to catch up 3 seconds. You'd have to catch up an average of, you know, 1 second per lap, pretty much. Same for Marius, even more than that. And I think 1 and 2 is pretty much decided. It could be either Mime or Elcon. Elcon really showing his strengths here, staying in the front. But Mime, Dizrod, Marius, Firestorm. This entire group of the top 5 is pretty much decided unless something catastrophic happens. Yotakotokolo here, once again in 6th place. Snowman trailing him, but not that close. And actually, Fegley has a chance here to catch Snowman. This is something that I hadn't really considered, but you know, his pace could be kicking up another notch. The phone hotspot is holding strong. Let's hope it can hold another 4 laps as he comes in and finishes this race, hopefully. The power of the hotspot on your phone. Hopefully Trackmania is like, okay, that's fine. I'll give you a pass. You're allowed to compete on the server. We won't kick you. You already have enough connection issues. So hopefully he will be able to finish. Zariel, only 3 seconds behind. This back and forth still could have another 4th or back coming along, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. Quasar, far enough behind. Actually, Pizzle, what is this? Oh my god, I didn't realize that this was going to be so close. They are 0.3 in each other. Oh my god. So Quasar and Pizzle are actually able to swap positions here, potentially. Very good to see. This is another, okay, so we have Mime and Elcon is going to be a great battle. Firestorm, Marius, and Dizrod is another one to keep an eye on. Yotakotokolo driving his own race. He is pretty much set for 6th, I would say. But Fegley and Snowman, and also Zariel, this is a group that's definitely sticking together. Then 10th and 11th is going to definitely be decided by whoever has the nicest pace here. Whoever can really just hammer it out. Dizrod going for a lap on them. You only realize the roof hit on lap 8. Yeah, it's kind of an old trick. People don't use it in this game that often, just because of the excel penalty, but people used to use it all the time for RPG sections. So it's something a bit of an old player would understand. A little bit better than new ones. So there's an advantage to playing the old game. When you have a player like Toruss, who came from the old game, mapping, he's probably going to put in some stuff that only players from the old game would know. And Skifeek finally disconnects. Unfortunate. But hey, everyone who joins and plays, always appreciated. Even if you disconnect, it's great to see people play. I know how awful it is because I used to disconnect all the time on Spams Weekly and FB Weekly. But that's Trackmania for you, I guess. Anyway, moving along, we have Nazo recovering. I was getting ready to talk about him making a failure, but actually, Nazo, we haven't even spectated that much. Nazo is very outside line, but that actually keeps a lot of speed. And let's look who's behind him. That would be Quasar. Nazo and Quasar. Pizzle pulled ahead by a lot. Someone made a mistake for sure. Quasar definitely falling behind a little bit. Let's look at the back again. Snox. Elcon is going to be on, I'm guessing, lap number 19. Because he is 2 minutes, 16 seconds ahead. Or, yeah, 2 minutes per lap, 4 minutes, 16. He has to be on lap 19 now. So we're going to have to get ready to cast and look at the top battle. Looking back a little bit more, we have Derek, 9 minutes. He definitely has time to finish. I can almost guarantee that Derek will finish. So that is great to see. Regardless of a player's pace, if they can finish this race, they get gold star for me. Anyway, moving along, we got Ibo, who has been driving as well, very persistent, and Skybacks. All these people who are a little bit more toward the back, it's great to see them really just putting in the effort, and hopefully if eventually we can have, you know, fastest laps. That's another thing that's great for people, is when they're playing maps like these, they're able to you know, improve their time and look and watch and be like, okay, I'm going to go for a PB this lap, and it's a good way to set yourself up and try to get better as the race goes along. It's a good way to try to teach yourself as you're playing the map. Did you crash? You crashed. Actually, I don't think you crashed when I spectated you ever, Ski Freak. Marius here, going up, passing Ibo on a lap. So these places are pretty much decided for these players in the end. Let's go up and look at the front again. We have Elcon, who has been leading for most of the race. In the beginning, he was down by, I want to say 7 seconds, but then his pace, I mean, he is just, if anyone's ever played against Elcon, you know he's a consistent, fast, he's an insane driver from Team Loud, as it would look like. Very good team, very good player. Mime, 3.9 seconds down. He only has 2 laps left. That's about 4 minutes. Probably about 3 minutes at this point, actually, because they're about halfway through the lap. They have... Oh, he makes a mistake. Yeah, I think that's probably GG. Unless Elcon makes a mistake, I think there is no way that he's going to throw this away. Elcon is too good of a player to let something like this slip. Now, Marius, Firestorm, Dizrod, how is this pack doing? Dizrod is pretty much out here. Yotakota no chance of catching up, but Snowman actually has a chance to catch up to Yotakota. Only 4 seconds. He actually could do it. Firestorm versus Marius. That is a race that 3 seconds. Wow. Okay, I think he made a mistake. Okay, so it's pretty much decided. I guess Firestorm versus Dizrod is more appropriate to look at now. Going back, we have Zariel, Snowman versus Yotakota. Very close race here. And also Fegley. Oh, oh, Snowman. This poor guy. He hates ice, I'm pretty sure. I think he hates everything that's not dirt. So he gets passed by Fegley and goes down to 8th again. But that being said, he definitely has a chance. He only has to do the ice section 2 more times, and it's just 1 turn. Whereas the dirt turns, there's a lot more of them. Oh, Snowman barely coming back in. He's actually able to... I thought he was going to hit the wall there and have to respawn. bit of a scary entry. More ice next time, you're going to have to bribe the mappers of this competition. Anyway, Mime versus Alcon. They are on their final lap, and we're going to have to pay attention to that. 9 seconds down. That is not good for Mime. There's pretty much no way he's going to make up this deficit. Nazo, 7 seconds behind Pizzle. Pizzle, 45 seconds behind Zyriel. Fegley, not looking good for them. Where is Quasar? Quasar 6 seconds down from Nazo. They have about a lap and a half left. We have Derek, who is picking up the pace, definitely learning the map a lot faster. Has lost way less time on the top players ever since, so great to see. These players are learning the maps quite a lot. You can see their pace, even if they make mistakes, is getting a lot faster. Skybax Rider, Glowbox. All these players, their positions are about set, but it's good to see that they're about to be finishing. Anyway, let's go. Look at the front. We have about a minute and maybe 20 seconds left. We're going to be coming up on close to exactly how I calculated it, 45 minutes for the first finisher. That was the goal, so Alcon going for a very risky line there. Landing early, going to be getting a lot of speed. Going for an SD. Going for another SD. I mean, his lines are just fantastic. He definitely knows this map. Going for another SD. Another SD. Holding it in the wall ride. Going over, holding as much speed as possible. I mean, I haven't been sitting here admiring the lines of these players, but Alcon clearly showing mastery. Extra speed. Goes for an outside line there. I mean, look at that. What can I say other than Alcon has clearly shown that he is the best player here on this map. Hands down, 100%, he is the fastest player. Hands down, he is the fastest player on this map. Mime coming through. He is going to be definitely on second, I would say. Marius on third. Firestorm, Disrod. These are pretty much set in stone. Yotakotokolo versus Fegley. Let's take a look. Alcon finishing in first place. GG. Alcon winning the first official-ish edition of Nixotica's endurance race. Mime, second place. Marius on third place. Maybe, assuming nothing terrible happens. Last time he got a disconnect in close to the end of the race. That was very unfortunate for him. But thankfully, he didn't have a disconnect this time. And if he finishes in the next 15 seconds without any connection issues, he will not have another disconnect. So, please, Marius, finish for us. Show us how it's done. Third place goes to Marius 89. Very good. Firestorm, not that much further behind. We have Disrod just after him. Yotokotokolo, followed by Fegley, Zyriel, Snowman. Snowman and Zyriel. Snowman actually was in the fight for 7th place and maybe even 6th, but now he must have made a mistake somewhere. He is right behind Zyriel. And knowing his pace on dirt, he could make this up, but the dirt section's almost over. He can definitely catch up a little bit here, as we see he does. Very nice line from Snowman. Let's go back up. Firestorm is finished in 4th. Disrod in 5th. Yotakotokolo is going to be in 6th place here, potentially, unless Fegley catches up. He has about 4-second deficit. There's almost no way he's going to make this back up. Fegley is probably guaranteed to get that 7th place. Yotakotokolo going on the ice turn. Let's see, how good is he at ice? Goes risky, goes wide, exits a little bit to the right, but that's going to be fine because this hill is going to push you to the left. How is Fegley doing the ice? Fegley, I envy him for his ability to be fast on ice. He's much better than I am on ice, for sure. Fegley going for the drift, and Yotakotokolo has guaranteed his 6th place, doing a little bit of a wiggle. Good job, Yotakotokolo. Showing your speed here. Fegley, 7th place. Zyriel going on 8th place. Oh, Snowman made a mistake. Snowman does not like ice. Snowman, as ironic as it is for his name, just hates ice. I can guarantee that. So that means Fegley comes in 7th. Zyriel comes in 8th. Snowman in 9th place. Pizzle, where is Pizzle? He is a little bit further back, but that's fine. Nazo, farther back. Yep, some more. Quasar, that's going to be a close battle. That is a close battle to watch in a second here. Let's see. Snowman finishing it up. probably going to be shaking his fist at the snow section. Goes for a hit. And barely makes it. Okay. Thought he forgot it was a freewheel for a second there and almost had to respawn. That would have given Pizzle maybe one opportunity if he had to respawn again to pass him. Anyway, Snowman in 9th place. Pizzle in 10th place. Nazo is going to be in 11th, followed by Quasar. Quasar making a bit of a mistake somewhere probably. So Nazo is guaranteed. Oh, it's a little bit of a stutter. Almost hitting the tree. Okay. He's pretty much guaranteed that 11th place. Very good. Very, very good. Quasar coming in 12th place. And who do we have next? Snox, who is just entering this 21st lap, about halfway through. So this is when the times go down a little bit more. So people are more spread out here. Actually, hold on. Skyback's rider is right behind Glowbox. We have a battle to watch. Let's go. One more lap. Skyback's making a bit of a mistake, but we have, I mean, anything could happen here. If one of them makes a mistake, this is gonna be a GG for one of them. Sick map. Well, thank Toruss. Toruss was the maker. He made a really good map. Really good map. Anyway, what are we looking at here? Who was next? We had Snox. Coming up, almost finishing here, we're going to have Derek, who 10 minutes left, plus 11 minutes. I think he can do it. I think he can do it. We're going to be cheering for Derek here in the end. It's going to be a race against the timer. Also, I'm getting, oh my goodness, I'm getting awful lag. What is happening? Jeez. Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay, we're good. Great. Snox. Coming in here at the end. On number 13th place. Okay, we're good. And there we go. He has guaranteed his 13th. Oh, I see Nazo. That's unfortunate. It's hard to learn the intended line. Especially Toruss is a really good player, so this map is a bit hard to get well. But yeah, thanks for playing, guys. Really appreciate it. It's always fun to cast and watch some races going on these maps in a style that I loved for so long that is no longer as hosted due to the busyness of a lot of the top streamers with other things. So just always glad to see people playing these maps. And also for you guys, next endurance race, I have not gotten a map submission recently from anyone, so I'm going to wait until people submit maps. I will probably advertise it a little bit more on Twitter and other places that people can submit maps for this competition. All the while, we'll be working on making I want to edit some scripts to make an enduro format possibly for the finalists, and then have a season campaign basically. Is there a way to see fastest lap times? Not this time. We turned it off for server connection issues. We may turn it back on later. So there we go. Skyback's coming in 14th. Glowbox not that much farther down. We had a little bit of a battle going on, but it evened itself out after a while. So now we have, who is driving? We have Ibo, 16th. He is on lap 21. Very good. Is it on scoreboard? What do you mean the scoreboard? Best lap? Oh, is this? I don't think this is best lap. Is it? Nah, can't be. Is this fastest? Maybe it is. That would make sense. So, fastest lap would be Marius 89 actually. Marius barely beat Elcon by fastest lap, maybe? I don't know. It could be the lap that they ended on. That would be a little bit more believable actually. Because Alcon's pace was the fastest by far. Yeah, and also mine would not have a 209. That would be practically impossible for him to finish so close after you. Anyway, Ivo here. Coming up, he's going to be finishing here shortly. And actually, wait, hold on. Hold on. Wait. How close is this? Plus 844. Oh, okay. They're one lap apart. I see. Anyway, after this, guys, once we are done with this, very soon there will be a premiere of the map pack, and we will be watching that as well as releasing it. And for the NDC, exclamation point NDC. If you want, you can join my Discord and register for it, but obviously check out the maps, check out the format, decide whether or not you want to play the cup or not. It's going to be a full dirt cup on 3 maps with a qualification phase lasting 1 week, and after that point, Ivo finished 16th, very good. After that point, there will be a playoffs on Saturday and Sunday of next week. So next Saturday and Sunday, not this one, there will be playoffs. So you'll have 1 week to try to is Willa in there? I think Willa disconnected. Yep. Willa disconnected in the beginning, unfortunately. And I don't think he even played. There were some people who disconnected before it even started, which was Willa, Napki, Snow, and yeah. Fortunately, the disconnects were actually, there were fewer than unusual, I think. So it's a little better this time, but I don't know, disconnects shouldn't be happening anyway. It's sad that they happen, but fortunately there's only like 25 to 30 people in both these editions, so it's actually not too intense on the server, or else we might see even more issues. But anyway, Shikamaru here, coming up, finishing up the last lap for him. Very good. Derek has 1 more lap as well with 4 minutes to spare, so if Derek can do this in 4 minutes, they will be able to finish and get their name on the finishers list in the announcement. He was your server provider. Interesting. So maybe they are with Evo. I'm not sure. That would make sense if they were and they joined to deal with stuff. If it's half ice, yes, I'll accept it as long as it also has other styles that are represented at least in half portion. Damn, bro. That sucks. If that is the case. But anyway, AGM here. Wait, not AGM. He's for Team AGM. Shikamaru finishing up the Addictee by Toruss. GG with a 56-39. And finally, our last finisher potentially. He's going for some risky lines. I actually respect it. You know, some players will drive risky just because they want to get better at the game, and honestly, as someone who safes all the time, it doesn't make you any better. So just trying risky lines, and even if they don't work out, that's how you learn. So I respect it. That's how you learn this game quicker, is by risking all the time. Damn, couldn't full steer left or right. That's terrible. First time driving that kind of race. Yeah, it's very intense on your hands, for sure. Anyway, Derek here, taking a nice steady approach onto the ice section. Yep, there we go. And should be able to finish right through the gap there. The ice comes off the wheels. Derek will be able to finish. And goes for a little drift. One more turn here. One more drift. And very nice. Derek finishes in time with 2 minutes to spare. Very good. Awesome. 18 finishers. Better than last time. So a little bit less disconnects. A little bit more motivation from some players, it seems. So that's great. Well, thank you guys all for playing. In about 8 minutes here, we are going to have the release of the... Here we go. In about 8 minutes here, we're going to have the premiere of the map pack for the NDC, I believe. Unless I accidentally premiered it too early, I don't know.